name is Lillian E. Mitchum, and welcome to Lillian's World Comedy Podcast. Relax, take your seat, and let's get this thing. Now, on my last podcast, I took you back and I talked about me wearing the makeup. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm still in that nostalgia time. And for right now, what I want to do, because nostalgia, when you think about it, is sentimental affection of the past. And that's what we're going back today in Lily's work. Yes, sir. Now, come here, if you please. And let's go back down memory lane. Let's go back to school days, if you can remember. And what I want to talk about the 70s. You see? Because that's where I'm at today. I'm in the past. I'm in the school days. And if you're in Chi-Town, and the only school that I could talk about that I went to in high school is the Big D, that we call it, DuSable. Now, in Chicago, there's many schools. There's Dunbar, Tilton, and many other schools, Phillips. But my focus, my target is Big D. And when I think about Big D, it comes to my mind because when you think about the kids today, that's why my mind is really going back into nostalgia, because I want to talk about the times that we had as opposed to the times where these kids are at now. And they were the good old days in our time. And I want you to come in where you fit in. If you do Starbucks, the Big D, the Philip, or whatever, and even around the world. If you come in, just think about your school days. Just think about when you was in high school. Just think about what transpired and how much fun that you had. Because right now, I'm going to tell you how much fun I had at the Big D. Now, curfew, they would tell you on television, and many people, older people, remember that. It's curfew time. It's 10 o'clock or 10:30. Do you know where your child are or is? And you best to believe, when that light came on, that light post came on, we was in the house. Our parents didn't have to look for us. They knew where we were, except for Friday night, activity night. And we could stay out instead of us coming in with the light post came on. We was at activity night at the Big D DuSable. Man, can I get an amen for the ones that know what I'm talking about? Because that is where we turned around. And in the halls of DuSable, what we had, you skate down the hall. You could play pool, you could play a volleyball in the gym, you could turn around, you could play chess, you could play checkers. And ladies and gents, at 9 o'clock, it was dancing time, what we did. Now, me, I'm going to tell you, I wanted to, every girl, every guy, every boy and girl want somebody to pay attention, especially when you 14, 15, 16, whatever the age you were at that time. We all want attention, right? Hey, I know I'm right, because I definitely wanted attention. So I'm going to tell you what I did. What I did is, back in the day, we had platform shoes. Y'all remember? We had that tank top. We had the jumpsuit. And you best believe we wore jeans. Our jeans had to be creased, cut. Our jeans had to be like stiff ironing board. That means you was in it to win it, and you was in the game. So, I one particular day or night, I was getting ready to go to, as we call it, activity night. And it started, I think, from like 7 to 10 or 10:30. And what I had on my bell bottom pants, I had on my platform shoes, I had on my horn ring glasses, I had my naturals, peace sign, because I wanted to get out there and I wanted to be noticed for sure. And so what I did, when I stepped out of my parents' house, and when you wore those platform shoes, they was high. So when I stepped down, because they was hard, and your pants went over your shoes. So when I stepped down to get out to showboat, I fell down the stairs. True story. I fell down the stairs. But you know what? It didn't stop me, because I was going to activity night Friday night. So what I did, yeah, my legs was bruised. Yeah, my hip was hurt. But I was young. I didn't care. So what I did, I dust myself off, and kind of found out another problem was my the tube top of the thing that the halter top that I wore around my neck. It somehow or another it got tangled up, and it was choking me. But that didn't stop me either. Because what I did with that, I straightened that out, and I headed on to met up with my friends, and we went to activity night. Now there we did all the items that you did. I skated down the hall. I played checkers. I played volleyball. I did everything that I stated that we was gonna do. We had a ball. And when I think about those times, I think about how we had the encyclopedia, if you guys can remember. I remember how we had the dictionary, and it wasn't everything wasn't about the computer. Well, we had to sit, we had to read, we had to think. You guys, only thing you had to do from your time to our time is everything that you wanted to look up is right in front of your face, right in front of your eyes. But it wasn't like that in our time. And our parents again, they knew where we were at. They knew what we was doing. I'm not saying that we was all good kids, because we wasn't. I mean, I wasn't a bad kid, but they, they said I was a little mischievous, but I wasn't what I see now. And yes, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We had gangbangers. Don't think we did. But in so that we did, we didn't hang around with them. Everybody had their own little crowd. Everybody did their own little thing. Everybody made sure that everybody was safe. It was just really, really, really different. And when we got to the dance floor, what we wanted to do, and if you guys remember the Cabbage Patch, the Running Man, and then at that time Soul Train was on, so we did the Soul Train line, and also it was then that you hold your hand up in the air, stop like you just don't care. Yeah, that was me. I held my hand up in the air. Oh, they call it the Earl Flynn. That's right, the Earl Flynn. You guys remember the Earl Flynn? Yeah. Hold your hand. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, baby. Yeah, 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 the Earl Flynn. Yes, yes, yes. We had a ball. We had a ball. The difference between this time and our time was we were a community. We stuck together. My brothers, they had this lady named Miss Bertha. Miss Bertha would look down and see what you're doing, and you'll get a whooping. That person get a whooping. You'll get a whooping from her. You'll get a whooping from the person down the street. You'll get a whooping from your parents. You'll get a whooping from everybody on that block. It was a community. that took care of each other. That's nostalgia. That's the times that I remember. And you know what? It's not that I'm worried about our kids, because some of us have those type of parents. But, I also remember a time that we could walk down the street with a boom box. You guys remember the boom box? Listen to it. Do you guys also remember when you had the radio and you could listen to the Walkman radio? Yeah, yeah. We had that. We had the boom box. We had the Walkman radio. Remember when you had to go to the bus, Blockbuster, and order movies, and then you put them back in that slot? That was back in our time. That was our time. We went outside. We played hide and go seek, catch a girl, catch a boy, kiss a boy, running, red hot, 369, getting on the line, jumping rope. We did all that stuff. I don't see none of that stuff done now. None of that stuff done now. But you know what they said? They said, no matter what, even in the hard times that we had, we survived. Even in these times, we had to just get together back with community, and our kids would survive. And also they said, prayer works. And the only thing we have to do is pray. So till the next time, God bless. Peace out. And if you can just play your old records and go back to the nostalgia and think about the time and think about what we could do to the community and help our community and help our kids, then we've done our job. God bless. Bye.